Hello everyone, I'm Joe and this is my channel Heavens to Gretzky, and I know that channel name's not video game related, but that's the name I picked because I liked it, and this is going to be my very first pickups video for video games. I've been watching pickups videos for a while and I really enjoy them, and I've been thinking about it, so I decided to throw my contribution out there, and maybe you guys will like it. Hopefully you do, and hopefully I'll keep doing this. A little bit about me: I'm from Michigan. I've been collecting for about 3.5 years. It all kind of started because I had a lot of stuff from when I was a kid, and I wanted to get a lot of things that I didn't have anymore, so I kind of just started going out there and getting stuff, and more stuff, and it kind of started snowballing, and just kind of started getting a lot of video games. So, it's really fun for me going out there, garage sailing, and going to the flea market and finding stuff for a good deal. I don't have the kind of money to be going to game stores and dropping $100 on Mighty Final Fight or whatever, which I wish I had that game, but I don't. But, you know, that's how it is. Get stuff for cheap and just try to build a collection at a good price. So anyways, this is my stuff from the last week. I wish I got a lot of good stuff a few weeks ago, and I thought about putting it all in this video, but it'd probably make it a little too long, so I'll just do the last week and go from here on out as often as I can do these videos. These first two things are from a game store by me from last week that I don't go to too often. Their prices are a little ridiculous on some things, but their prices they kind of slip on a few things every now and then. So I found these two things that I didn't have, which were decently cheap, and that is Samurai Warriors Katana on the Wii. It's from the Dynasty Warriors universe type thing from Koei. It's not the same style game, it's more like first person hack and slash with the Wiimote. It was only $2, so I like that kind of stuff. I don't know. Dynasty Warriors is alright. I also picked up Jurassic Park on the Sega CD. It is a game I didn't have. It was only $4. I'm not gonna pass up a non-sports title Sega CD game for $4. So, and then yesterday, me and my friend went to the flea market, and yeah, it was okay. Not as good as it has been, but me and my friend, we found a few things. The very first thing is we were there for a little while and I wasn't finding too much, and this guy had games 2 for $5, and I picked up some Xbox titles that I didn't have. I don't really actively collect for Xbox, just kind of the stuff that looks interesting or stuff I used to have that I enjoyed. First up is, and all these are complete, Halo 2. Need to get that back. I didn't have that anymore. Fable Lost Chapters. Didn't have that one anymore and decided to pick that one back up. Drake of the 99 Dragons. I've actually never seen this game before. The back looks pretty cool. It's like a cartoony third-person shooter, beat-em-up type thing, so that might be good. And Jaeger. Those are $2.50 a piece, so you can't beat that. They're all complete. The discs are super clean, so I'm happy about that. And then the next thing I got was from a guy. I'll just show this. This isn't from this week, but the week before I got this from him, Shadowrun, which is complete in super nice shape. And I got that for $5. He had a bunch of other Genesis stuff, but nothing I was too interested in. And I went back this week and he was there again, and I wanted to see if he had any more games. And he didn't really have too much, but he had this PlayStation mouse. It was only $2. I don't have one. That's pretty sweet. I like that weird, uncommon peripheral type stuff, accessory stuff. And then a Indigo Game Boy Advance. It's in really good shape. The screen's really nice. And it also had Robotech Battle Cry, or No, the Macross Saga. Battle Cry is the one for GameCube or whatever, I think. So that's cool. That was $5 for the Game Boy Advance in the game. So, and then at another seller, I picked up Golden Axe on the Genesis. No manual, but I actually don't have this game. Golden Axe is one of my favorite series on the Genesis. It's one of the series I want most because I don't have any of them right now besides the first one now. But Golden Axe 2 is probably in my top 5 favorite Genesis games. I love that game. And then the last thing we got from the flea market, or he got a bunch of stuff, but he's not here to show that, so, there's a seller who had, I don't know, a bunch of random stuff, and he had a big pile of Nintendo controllers, like NES controllers, and he said he'd take $2 a piece for them. So I ended up offering 10 for 6 controllers and a light gun, and he said he'd do 12. So my friend got a couple, but we split it, and I ended up paying 7. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 NES controllers. Was that like $1.75 a piece? So I never pass up NES controllers for that cheap. I have like 15 controllers now, so if anybody needs some, let me know. I just pick them up when they're cheap because, you know, they don't make them anymore. You're not going to get them anywhere else besides this game store or randomly finding it somewhere. So after that, we went to hit some garage sales, which we had better luck with. The very first sale we went to, he only had a few Wii games, but I saw this one, and that one is Science Papa. It looks like a kind of kid's game, but I've never seen it before, and it looks pretty interesting. It's complete, the disc is in good shape, and I got it for $1, so why not? Next sale I went to, he had some Genesis games. Most of them were sports games, stuff I don't really pick up unless it's like cheap, because I don't really need it. But I picked this one up, Jurassic Park, which I actually thought I had, but I guess I didn't because I can't find it, or it's not on my shelf. So it's not complete, but it does have this little Sega booklet, which is pretty cool. The case is in like super good condition, which is awesome. I like it when the cases are real clean. So the next sale we went to, which was pretty awesome because I never find this stuff out in the wild, in garage sales at least, so you can find it at the game stores. But I pulled up to this sale that they had a sign on the side of the road that said game systems, so we went there. It was already like almost 12 o'clock, so I was half expecting everything to be gone. But there was this stack of Sega Saturn games, which I never find, and I asked her how much they wanted for it, and she said $10 for the stack. So of course I bought all of them because there's like 12 games here. I think it ended up being like less than $1 a game. So first, there's this empty case for World Series Baseball 98. There was a cover on it, but I took it off to put it on another game that I have that I needed a plastic front to, so that one didn't have the game in it, so it didn't matter. There's also 2 copies of Nights into Dreams. Yeah, I don't know, I don't need both of them, so if anyone wants the other one, that was pretty sweet. Blazing Dragons, Sonic 3D Blast. This one's in a Mortal Kombat Trilogy case, but it's not Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and that's a bootleg sampler for the Saturn. It's like a demo disc. Bug 2. There's some water damage on some of these on the side and some discoloration on the spine, but if I ever find any better cases for them, I'll switch them out. But I mean, they were cheap, so I'm not going to complain. Some of these don't have manuals, but they actually have the actual cases with the back art to them, so that's still cool. But Clockwork Knight, there's the back to it. Space Jam, Criticom, Johnny Bazooka Tone. I don't actually have any of these games, so I'm pretty excited. I think I have like 4 games for my Sega Saturn right now. I just got one like maybe 3 months ago, so it's pretty awesome. I got to beef up my collection, and probably my favorite one out of all of them is Rayman. So that was awesome. Can't beat that for 10 bucks. And then the last thing we got at garage sales was there was a sale with an older gentleman, and he didn't have anything out, but you know, you do the whole ask if they have video games no matter what, and he happened to say he had a Sega Dreamcast inside. So he pulled it out, and some of the stuff's not here. He had Shenmue for it, which my friend ended up getting, so I let him have that. But I did get this, which is a boxed Sega Dreamcast, which is awesome because I don't have one, and that was just upside down, so now it's not, but it's just awesome. It's like super clean. It has the booklet for it and everything, and I'm super excited about that. It also came with a blue controller, which is real nice, and a Pelican third-party VMU thing. And hold on, I forgot to grab these ones. He had a bunch of sports games. I only got these 2 out of it. My friend took the other ones. Is Evolution and NFL 2K. And I gave him 25 bucks for the system and Shenmue and the sports games and stuff, and me and my friend ended up splitting it. So I ended up paying 18 for the system and those 2 games, so I couldn't be happier. And then after that, we went to another local game store. And because he got Shenmue at the garage sale, I decided to pick up Shenmue at the game store. It was only 15 bucks. Yeah, I'd rather pay like $5 for it, but I really wanted it, so 15's still a good price on it. And then my last pickups for yesterday, I went to a local GameStop because I have a lot of credit. I traded in a lot of stuff a few weeks ago that I had that I didn't plan on playing anytime soon, or stuff I already played, and I don't really have a problem with getting rid of more modern stuff like PS3, 360, PS4, because it's gonna be like, especially PS3 and 360 is gonna probably be very cheap in the near future, next year, 2, 3, whatever. So I can just pick up most of that stuff in the future for not too much. I keep all the RPGs and stuff, but I get rid of, you know, the other stuff that I don't need to have right at this second. So I had a lot of credit to burn, and I found these 2 things, which I was pretty excited to get. So the first one is on the Nintendo DS, is Poochie Poochie Virus. And I don't know what this game is. I saw it there before, like a few months ago, and it was still there. It's made by NIS, so yeah, I'm a fan of NIS and Atlas and Xseed and all that stuff. So I always, you know, try and play what games they put out, whatever I can, and I enjoy it. So I also picked up on the Vita Akiba's Trip, or is it Akiba Strip? I'm not sure. Yeah, this game looks pretty interesting. I watched some gameplay video on it. It's pretty crazy. It's got a very interesting battle mechanic. You like fight people, and then you fight them to where you can have them undress them into their underwear, and then they die, which is pretty crazy. The reviews on it weren't too good from what I read, but I'm going to try it out for myself anyways. I don't really care what reviews say. So, anyways, that's all I picked up for the last week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully I can make another one soon. If you guys have any anything that I could do differently, I don't know, let me know. But thank you for watching.